Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it's time for our level 35 blacksmithing episode. We're starting off today at the Junkmonger up here at Memorin's trading post once again. What are we getting? We are going to be getting from you. Looks like a nicked Viking sword is what we need for our crafting today. And now I will meet you back at Limsa no Minsa as we get started with Set Faezahr to Stun. Alright, arriving at the Blacksmith's Guild at Naldic and Vimeli's. Hello there, Brithael, what do you have for me today? Forge Master Brithael has had to take on more smithing than he can anvil. Oh my god, the puns. Something evil's brewing in my belly, I tell ya. I can't seem to keep anything down. Too many of the wench, I reckon. Couldn't have come at a worse time either, with Faezahr breathing down my neck. Now, when it comes to the market, you've never met a tighter miser than old Faezahr, but at the Colosseum, the man throws gold at fighters like water at a fire. They know it too, so they ask their patron for a new blade, and once they get their blade, now it's a bigger, sharper, shinier blade. Before you know it, I'm wasting me time, wasting me waking bells forging weapons for folk who ain't got arms enough to wield them all. Don't get me wrong, I'd gladly take the Whoreson's coin, but I ain't up to it this time on account of me condition. Which is why I need you to make whatever needs making of me stead. Have a word with Faezahr and see what he wants. Maybe you can stop drinking so much alcohol? I know addiction's rough, but sir, you have got to beat that. It sounded like it's hurting your work. Alright Faezahr, what do we need to make? So, Brithael sends you to me yet again. I'm flattered he holds me in such high esteem. As you may have heard, I have an eye for able warriors, yet without the proper arms and armaments, ability is for naught. Forge me one steel bouge of equal parts splendor and might, and you and Brithael shall know the bounty of my generosity. But fail me, Satora, and I may be forced to reconsider my arrangement with Naldic and Vimeli's. Oh dear. So we do technically already have a steel bouge, but I believe it's in use. So we're gonna need to craft another one. It is level 35, a level 35 recipe. We need 1 iron ingot, 1 oak lumber, and 2 steel ingots. So let's get crafting that up. Make sure it's the highest quality it can be so we don't lose a business partner who continually brings us in commissions. And let's get this handed right over. Here you are, Faezahr. 1 steel bouge, Satora. Make the greatest weapon you've ever made, then throw it away and make me a better one. Okay, high standards, but I think I've got it for you. You've come with my gift? Excellent. Let us have a look, shall we? I demand nothing short of perfection, and you have exceeded my every expectation, Satora. A finer bouge I have never seen. A well-wrought oak haft and a solid steel blade, more than sharp enough to slice through sinew and bone. Many an Auroch's neck shall it cleave, I cannot wait to see it wielded. Yes, the glory of the steel bouge you have forged for me shall be sung in the screams of all who stand before it. I see my trust in you is not misplaced, Satora, and I trust I shall have need of your skills in the future. Alright, well at least he is pleased with our work. And now we can move on to the crafting log. Alright, we are doing level 36 to 40 crafting today. Let's get started. So, for our raw materials, let's start with what do we need for crystals? We're going to need 236 fire shards, 7 ice shards, 70 wind shards, 115 earth shards, 7 lightning shards, and 27 water shards, and to finish it off we will need 1 earth crystal. Once we have those, we can move on to raw material, for which we are going to need, starting from Limsa, we can fish up 4 coral butterflies, it looks like. After that, In Middle Lenosia, we can hunt megalocrabs to the northwest of the area for 4 megalocrab legs. After the megalocrab legs we have in Western Lenosia, we can mine up 2 mudstone. After that is Upper Lenosia. And in Upper Lenosia, we're going to want to mine up 4 siltstone and 3 brimstone. And then fight wolves over in the Oakwood near Memroon's trading post for 1 wolf fang. And from the junkmonger at Memroon's trading post, buy 1 nicked Viking sword. Alright, after that, in Eastern Lenosia, we can fight Gigantoads to the south of Wineport for 1 Gigantode skin. We can also get these from Gigantoads north of Vesper Bay in Western Thanalin. Next on the list, in Western Thanalin, we can mine up 2 zinc ore, 1 tin ore, 30 iron ore, and 6 copper ore. Next on the list will take us to Southern Thanalin, where we're going to mine up 69 mithril ore and 15 bomb ash. Alright, making that mithril ingot. In total, these mithril ingots that we're about to make right now, we're going to need to make a lot of them, so I'll just go ahead and read off. We need 23 mithril ingots. Let's finish this off and then do a quick craft of the next 22, and then I can start working through the rest of the gathering list. We're good. We're good. Cutting it really close, but we're good. There's 1 mithril ingot. Now we will quick craft 22 more. Alright, in Eastern Thanalin, we can mine up 1 Wyvern Obsidian, 3 Saltpeter, and 6 element, and fight Myotragus Billies and Nannies for 2 Altgoat Horns. In the South Shroud, we can use Botany for 1 Wildfowl Feather, 12 Walnut Logs, 49 Oak Logs, and 12 Flax. In the East Shroud, we can fight Boars up in the Bramble Patch for 5 Boar Hides. In the Central Shroud, we can use Botany for 2 Cotton Bull. And in the North Shroud, we can fight Diremites east of Hallgord Float for 2 Diremite Webs. There's one thing that we do need to mine up in Upper Lenosia, but it is beyond the scope of where we're at right now. It's a level 43 gathering item, and we're not quite there yet, so there will be a recipe we don't do today. Just one, though. Next up for pre-crafts. Oh gosh, you know what? I need to eat food. I need to eat food. Why did I not eat food? Oh my god, I'm in such a bad habit about that. Okay, let's eat that food real quick now that the mithril ingots are done. Where can I find some crafter food? Here we go, Baked Soul. We can at least get the experience bonus on the rest. For pre-crafts, we are going to need to make as carpenter 4 walnut lumber, 16 oak lumber. As a blacksmith or armor, we'll need 1 bronze ingot, 15 steel ingots, and then the 23 mithril ingots we just made. As an armor, we'll need to make 1 steel plate. And then we've got a couple more extra pre-crafts that are from this current tier, so we will get to that in just a moment. I see we just picked up a new skill from our level up, Waste Not 2. It is basically a more powerful waste knot. It lasts twice as long and costs almost double the amount of crafting points. Okay, so for the other pre-crafts we need to make, we're going to need to make 2 mithril rivets, which we can scroll all the way down here to find them. Alright, double the length for waste knot. We have much better durability now. Should last the entire crafting cycle of a 40 durability item. Alright, there's one. One more to go. And there we are. Both of our mithril rivets are done. For the other pre-crafts from the current tier, we're going to need to make one mithril plate at level 38. Alright, after the mithril plate is done, we'll be able to move on to Goldsmith, where we'll make 2 brass ingots, 1 mudstone whetstone, and 2 siltstone whetstones. After that, as a leatherworker, we'll make 1 toad leather, then 5 boar leather. As a weaver, we're going to make 1 cotton yarn, 1 dew thread, 1 undyed velveteen, 2 linen yarn, which we can make from a single craft, 1 undyed linen. Then as an alchemist, we'll make 2 fish glue, 2 crab oil, then 5 linseed oil, 1 horn glue, and 1 black fire sand. Back to blacksmith, we'll need to pre-craft a steel awl, a steel claw hammer, and a steel crow's beak hammer. Once all of that is done, other than the one thing we need to make from the level 43 gathering, which we're not going to be doing today, we should be able to make every single item on our crafting log. The only thing we're not able to make will be the mithril bouge. Technically, I've included enough materials to make the mithril bouge other than the one item we couldn't gather and craft, but that's fine. You'll have leftovers and be ready for that. But if you mine up 4 electrum ore, then as a goldsmith you can make an electrum ingot, a single electrum ingot, and that'll let you make the mithril bouge as well. Alright, with that, I'm going to go ahead and finish up my crafting log here. And next time on Final Fantasy XIV, what are we up to? We are going to be doing, I want to say, our level 35 Scholar quest. I'll see everyone next time for that.